Ice fishing is a popular hobby for outdoor enthusiasts this time of year. That's the case for John Eimers. But on a recent trip out on the ice in December, the unexpected happened.
When it was windy and stuff, visibility was bad. So when I went to leave, didn't know where I was at, and in front of my pickup dropped through the ice. And I went to open my door and it wouldn't open up, so I just rolled down the window and grabbed my phone and bailed out the window.
After about an hour waiting for help, a friend located John and was able to bring him home.
Got home, told the wife that my fingers were, I didn't really think they were that bad, but they were cold. And then she looked at him and she goes, "We better get him under warm water." So she put him under warm water, and then we noticed it started turning black.
I just said, "You're not, we have to get you checked out." He's like, "No, I'm gonna go back out and help get my pickup out." And I said, "You're not going anywhere."
They arrived at the emergency room at Avera St. Luke's in Aberdeen. Doctors determined he had frostbite in his fingers.
Frostbite is deeper into the tissue, and that does destroy cells. The other bigger problem is the inflammation that blocks the blood vessels and causes blood clots from all this inflammation. So that's what turns those fingers purple or black in his case.
We got in there and he was pretty shaken up, and Dr. Peets told him, he said, "I'm talking permanently. This might be a permanent thing." And for someone who works with your hands every day, that was a big hit for both of us.
He was given a medication to help improve blood flow.
Well, I basically walked in there thinking I was going to get a medicine and go back home. I didn't think it was no big deal.
But that wasn't the case. More would need to be done to help prevent tissue loss on his fingers.
The next morning they came and got me and they said they wanted to try this HBO treatment.
HBO, or hyperbaric oxygen therapy, is a treatment that increases the amount of oxygen delivered to your blood using a hyperbaric chamber.
We were able to do the hyperbaric oxygen to increase the efficiency of the blood that was getting there to try and keep those tissues as perfused or oxygenated as possible to prevent tissue loss.
John started doing the therapy treatments daily.
Basically, the whole body goes into the chamber and we increase the pressure to 2.5 times the normal amount. What that does is it forces oxygen into concentration in the bloodstream, and then that allows us to get a whole lot more oxygen to the end organ tissues and to the distal areas, and in this case to the distal aspect of his fingers, to try and save and prevent any or as much tissue loss as possible.
It takes 20 minutes to to build up pressure. Then you're in there for 2 hours, then another 20 minutes to decompress, and then they let you out. So almost 3 hours. It more or less feels like you're in an airplane. Your ears will pop when you go down, and then when they come back up, they pop. But as far as when you're down to pressure, you can't tell the difference really.
And he's seeing results.
So they took a picture of my hands before I went in there, and then they did it again when I got out, and you could really tell the difference of it.
While it was a scary situation, it was essential he went to the hospital when he did.
I'm just super grateful that we got here when we did, because if we didn't, we probably wouldn't have the outcome that we do.